Today I'm taking Lamar Jackson and randomizing the rest of his career. At the beginning of each season, I'll be spinning this wheel of challenges. Lamar will have the entire year to complete that challenge. If he successfully gets to spin this wheel of upgrades that can boost his stats or his teammates, but if he fails, he spins the bad wheel that can downgrade his stats or his teammates. Then at the end of each season, I'll be spinning this wheel that decides whether or not he gets traded to a new team. And the whole time I'm going to be tracking all of his stats throughout his career to see if he can pass for 50,000 yards, rush for 6,000 yards, pass for 300 touchdowns, reach a 99 overall, win a Super Bowl, win an MVP, and make the Hall of Fame, which will be up to you guys in the comments. Lamar is in his 4th year with the Ravens and is a 91 overall. He has a very young supporting cast around him, but we all know his favorite target is Mark Andrews. Now it's time to find out what is the first challenge Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are going to have to complete. Oh man, this is actually kind of tough off the rip. 2 1,000-yard receivers. Let's see if he can get it done. Now I'm going to be simulating the entire season to see how Lamar performs. The Ravens actually finished as a top 10 team in the league. Lamar had a stellar year as well, but did he complete the challenge? Unfortunately, he failed the challenge as he didn't even have a single receiver go for 1,000 yards, and I think a big reason for that is because of how successfully they ran the ball this season, and it actually resulted in Lamar winning MVP. Let's go. Can we make any noise in the playoffs? Oh man, we really lost to Mahomes in the divisional round, and he wound up beating the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, so congrats to him. The big question now is, will Lamar Jackson be suiting up for the Ravens next season? No, he is not, but where's he gonna go? Let's find out. What team is Lamar Jackson going to be suiting up for next season? Oh my gosh, the New York Jets. Here's the first look at 94 overall Lamar Jackson in a Jets uniform, and this team has a lot of weapons for him to use. As excited as I am to see Lamar play for the Jets, he did fail last season's challenge, so we are spinning the wheel of downgrades, and oh man, his left and right tackle are both losing 20 pass blocking. Not the best way to introduce yourself to a new team. The wheel of challenges didn't hold back against Lamar in that first season, so I'm hoping for season 2 he gets a lot easier of a challenge, and this should be a lot easier. Finished with 65% completion rating. That should be simple on this team. I'm surprised the Jets only won 8 games. The defense must be terrible because Lamar cooked and completed the challenge. Only 160 yards on the ground though this season. Shout out to Goldilocks on winning MVP. Here's the playoffs that we sadly aren't in. A Raiders and Falcons Super Bowl isn't something you see every day. Wow, congratulations to Mad Max and the Raiders coming out on top in a very close contest. Is Lamar going to be staying here in the Big Apple, or is he going to be on the move again? Nope, he is staying indeed. Now it's time to spin the wheel of upgrades. Hopefully they are very nice to him, since the wheel of downgrades were rough. Oh my goodness, every single wide receiver on the team gets +2 to all route running stats. I'm hoping that this season's challenge is just as easy as last year, so Lamar can secure himself another spin on the wheel of upgrades, as he has to have 3 receivers record 5 touchdowns. I think he should be able to get that done. The Jets went 14-3 and were only the 3rd best team in the league. Oh man, Lamar is certainly putting in work through the air. He just doesn't have to run too much in this offense. Unfortunately, he did fail the challenge, but Garrett Wilson just had one of the best seasons ever. Congrats to Josh Allen on winning MVP on a team with a losing record. I just had to check who won offensive player in the AFC, and no surprise, it was Garrett Wilson. Being one of the best teams in the NFL, we have to make a Super Bowl run. Oh my gosh, we did it, and we're facing off against the Detroit Football Lions. I'm so nervous for Lamar. This is his first ever Super Bowl appearance, and he's going up against a quarterback who's been here before, Jared Goff. Now it's time to super sim until there's something cool we can watch. The Lions are taking a risk early in the game, keeping the offense out on 4th and 3 from just outside the red zone, and they get stopped. Oh my gosh. Here's our first look at Lamar Jackson and the Jets offense already in Lions territory. Shotgun snap here on 3rd and 10. Lamar has a lot of time, and he is firing it deep, and it's incomplete. After kicking a field goal on their last drive, Lamar and the Jets find themselves in the red zone here, 3rd and 10, and Lamar fires it, and that's picked off, and that is Trayvon Diggs on the interception. The former Dallas Cowboy Trayvon Diggs stepping up huge in that secondary. Now here's Jared Goff from inside of the red zone out of the shotgun, feeling immediate pressure, and that goes to the ground. The Jets tied it up at 3, and then there was no action in the rest of the first half. So here we are now halfway through the 3rd quarter, just about 3rd and 5 for Lamar Jackson and the Jets from in the red zone, and he turns it over again. And that interception just led to a 48-yard Mike Evans touchdown. But Lamar and the Jets bounce back with a Tyler Conklin touchdown. A very shaky Super Bowl debut to say the least for Lamar Jackson, but he has his team now 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Let's see, can they take the lead? Yes, they can. Tyler Conklin gets his 2nd score. The Lions looking to once again make this a tie ball game. 2nd and goal from the 1. It's a give to DeAndre Swift, and he Jimmy jumps into the end zone. With only a minute to go, the Lions recapture the lead, but they missed the extra point. This could be a storybook ending like no other. 4th and 10, game on the line right here, and it is a winnable game at that. Lamar going for it all, and it is picked again by Trayvon Diggs, who seals the Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions, winning their 1st ever in franchise history. Gotta tip the cap to them. After a lackluster Super Bowl performance, I want to see Lamar run it back in New York, and we do get to see him run it back in New York. It's already pretty rough that he lost the Super Bowl, but now he has to spin the wheel of downgrades. Please don't hurt him too bad. Oh my goodness, the fastest wide wide receiver on the team loses 20 speed. What? I'm calling it right now. This is going to be the Lamar Jackson bounce back year. I expect to see them back in the Super Bowl, but first we got to see what challenge he has to complete. He has to throw for over 4,000 yards. That should be light work. So about that bounce back year I was talking about, they kind of were the worst team in the NFL. I mean, hey, Lamar completed the challenge and had a great year through the air again, but was underutilized in the ground game. Peter Porter won MVP for the Eagles. We didn't make the playoffs, and that hurts my soul. Bills up against America's team in the Super Bowl. Who you got? Congrats to the Bills on stomping the Cowboys, winning their first Super Bowl in franchise history. Is Lamar going to get a chance to redeem himself after that last season in New York, or is he going to be on the move again? Yes, he is. Now it's time to find out, where's Lamar going to be moving to this time around? Is he going to be staying on the East Coast? No, he is going down south to the Dallas Cowboys. Lamar is starting off his campaign as a Dallas Cowboy, is a 97 overall, and he is on a great team. He's also bringing the Cowboys a gift in the form of a spin on the wheel of upgrades. Let's see what upgrades are we going to be making to his teammates or himself. It's going to be himself this time. His lowest passing stat goes to a 99, which is going to make him a 99 overall. Things are already looking up here in Dallas. Now it's time to see what does the wheel of challenges have in store for Lamar this season. Okay, he has to have 3 1,000-yard receivers. Now this is actually kind of hard. Lamar Jackson has made it back to the playoffs. Other than his interceptions, he had a pretty good year as he was involved a bit more in the run game. Not even good up front. I'm surprised he completed this challenge, as it is one of the hardest challenges on the entire wheel. Deshaun Watson won MVP, but now it's time for the moment of truth. Can Lamar make it back to the big game? Oh my goodness, he has done it, and I can already see the fireworks in this matchup. A Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson has to be one of the most electrifying thing in all of sports, and of course we're going to be super simming until there's something cool we can watch. It never takes long for the Chiefs to get going as they strike first with a 35-yard touchdown, and Lamar throws another Super Bowl interception. I'm starting to wonder, is Lamar not built for the big game? It's now 3rd and goal for the Chiefs, already up 7. Can they build on to their lead? Yes, they can. Touchdown, Travis Kelce. You cannot let Patrick Mahomes run up the score against you. Lamar, you need to find the end zone right here. 1st and 10 from the 10. He has a good shot to find it as he fires, and he finds Tony Pollard for the touchdown. It's looking like things are turning around for Lamar Jackson and this Cowboys team. They are ready to score again. 3rd and goal from the 3. They give it to Pollard, and he Jimmy jumps into the end zone for his 2nd score. With already 4 first-half touchdowns, the Chiefs find themselves back in the red zone right here. 3rd and 9 from the 18-yard line, and Mahomes is chucking it into the end zone, and that was a grown man catch by Kevin Elliott. The 3rd quarter is coming to an end, and the only points scored have been a field goal by the Cowboys until right now as Isaiah Pacheco punches it into the end zone. Any points on this possession makes it a 1-score game, so that should be the main focus right here. 2nd and 1, shotgun snap from the 5-yard line. Let's see what Lamar sees. He sees CeeDee Lamb, but he finds L'Jarius Sneed, another pick, and well, that Isaiah Pacheco run is pretty much going to wrap this game up. Congratulations to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs on winning another Super Bowl. Lamar has the tools on this Cowboys roster, and after that season, we definitely want to see him run it back, but we won't get the chance. He's on the move. Now let's see, where's Lamar Jackson going to land? He is going back to the Northeast, to New England. Oh my goodness, he's a Patriot. Lamar is a 97 overall as the Patriots quarterback, and if you take a look at this roster, you're going to see a couple familiar faces. Lamar is a generous guy once again, bringing his new team a spin on the wheel of upgrades. Let's see, what is this upgrade going to be? His best wide receiver gets his lowest route running stat to a 99. Elijah Moore, enjoy your 99 deep route running. This might be my favorite roster Lamar has been on so far, so I'm excited to see what challenge he has to complete with the Patriots. And oh, he has to make the playoffs. He's shown he can do that. Let's see if he can do it with the Pats. Lamar wasn't happy with just making the playoffs. He went out and won the division. Another really solid year through the air for Lamar, and he really hasn't had to use his legs too much. Jake Nelson gets himself an MVP. Can we see Lamar in back-to-back Super Bowls? Ah, man, we couldn't, but this dude Mahomes is back in it. And this dude Mahomes is really unbeatable in Madden Sims. I really do love this roster, so I would love to see Lamar in a Patriots uniform next year, and yes, sir, he's staying. Now it's time to see what upgrades are we going to be making to Lamar or his teammates, and oh my goodness, one of the best upgrades you can get for your teammates, +3 speed to all of his wide receivers. Lamar's been on cruise control for these last couple challenges, so I'm hoping that keeps up right here as he has to win 12 games. Okay, that is one of the hardest challenges on this entire wheel. Oh no, this was a slump here for sure. Not even 30 passing touchdowns from Lamar, and he really is a non-factor in the run game. Austin Dillon of the Detroit Lions winning an MVP. Always a sad day when we aren't in the playoffs. And this dude Mahomes is back in another Super Bowl. And this dude Mahomes is winning another Super Bowl. Lamar has had such an interesting career so far, but now it's time to see, is he going to be staying in New England or is he on the move? He's on the move. What franchise gets Lamar Jackson as their play caller now? Oh my goodness, he's joining the Dirty Birds. He's a Falcon. 95 overall. Lamar is going to be passing passing to 99 overall Kyle Pitts this season. It's been a minute since we've spun the wheel of downgrades, but unfortunately, we have to spin it right here. And oh my goodness, the best wide receiver on the Falcons is losing 10 route running to every route running stat. Drake London, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna lie, man. Lamar's looking good in that Falcons uniform. Let's see how he represents the Dirty Birds this season. What challenge is he going to have to complete? It's actually a team challenge. He needs to have 6,000 yards of total offense. A 6-11 record isn't the best first impression to a new team, but they did rack up over 6,000 yards of offense, so the challenge was a success. Lamar actually had a really solid year through the air and had his best season on the ground since he was with the Ravens. Peter Porter is collecting another MVP. We're not in the playoffs, but the Chiefs are. And the Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl. They finally lost as the Saints pull off the upset. Will Lamar be staying as a Dirty Bird, or is he going to be on the move? Nope, he is staying put right here in Atlanta. And this is a nice sight to see. We're back spinning the wheel of upgrades. Let's see, what upgrades are we going to be making? It is to Lamar. He is getting +3 to all of his throwing stats. That is so clutch. I feel like there's a lot of promise on any team Lamar is on, so we're going to forget that first season here at Atlanta. It's a new season. Let's see. Oh, okay. He's going to have to win at least one playoff game, so that means he's going to have to turn this team around real quick. Never a doubt, the Falcons were the best team in the league this year. Lamar was so close to 5,000 passing yards, and he had an okay year on the ground. Well, well, well. Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. Now, come on, fellas. We need at least one playoff win to complete the challenge. Oh my gosh, Lamar is back in the Super Bowl. The Browns versus the Falcons in the Super Bowl sounds like the weirdest thing in the world, but here we are, and we're going to be super simming until there's something cool we can watch. The Browns offense has been moving with quarterback James Key right here, 3rd and inches from the 5-yard line. They're looking to get into the end zone, and James Key is rolling out. He is like walking, and now he's running, and now he's fumbling. The ball is out, and it's recovered by the Falcons. Oh my gosh, Lamar gets some help from the defense. Lamar Jackson and the Falcons ironically find themselves with their own 3rd and inches from the 5-yard line. Hopefully there is no turnovers here. Let's see, what is he gonna find? He's gonna find a wide open Levi Middleton for the touchdown. The Browns cashed in on a field goal on their last possession, but now the Falcons are looking to possibly find the end zone again for the second time. Let's go, Bernard Bird. Lamar's been playing flawless here in the second half, already over midfield, just outside of the red zone, 2nd and 14 from the 26-yard line, and that is a 26-yard dime to Diami Brown. What a play! The Browns responded with a touchdown of their own from Mike Shipp and were able to kick another field goal, making it an 8-point ball game. A first down ices this game with no questions asked. Let's see, they're letting Lamar throw for it, and he got it. Lamar Jackson ices the game and is a Super Bowl champion and wins the first Super Bowl in Falcons franchise history. Lamar finally got over the hump and got himself a ring, but now let's see, is he gonna be staying? No, he's not. He's on the move. Where is Lamar Jackson going from Atlanta to the warm beaches of Miami, Florida? He's a Dolphin. It's nice to see Lamar is still rated in the high 90s, and this Dolphins team is very well rounded. And it's always a beautiful sight when we get to start the season off with a spin on the wheel of upgrades, and oh my goodness, the lowest catching wide receiver on the team is getting all of his catching stats to a 99, and it so happens that the lowest catching wide receiver is Lamar's old teammate Hollywood Brown. Now it's time to see what challenges Lamar and the Dolphins going to have to complete this season. Hopefully it's not one too tough. Okay, they just have to win the division. Yo, Lamar's got this. Luckily for the Dolphins, the AFC East was kind of a cakewalk, so that's another successful challenge. Oh man, did Lamar just win MVP with these passing stats? He didn't do too much on the ground though. Yeah man, this game is a sick joke sometimes. Now let's make another Super Bowl push, Lamar. Wow, the Dolphins came up short in the championship round, and the Colts bested the Panthers in a very high scoring game. I personally wouldn't mind if Lamar stayed in Miami. He had a phenomenal year, but let's see, is that going to be the case? No, it's not. Lamar is on the move again. Lamar's been on a tour across the entire country. Let's see, where does he end up now? All the way on the West Coast in LA on the Rams. It really makes me happy to see Lamar still a 94 overall, but it makes me even happier to see that this offense has so much potential. The crazy thing is the offense can get even better because Lamar once again has a spin on the wheel of upgrades, and oh man, Lamar is about to get a huge boost, +3 to all of his physical stats. I feel like Lamar's gotten pretty lucky with the teams he's landed on. They've all had some really nice supporting cast, so let's see what challenge they have to complete. Okay, we're about to find out how good they are. They have to be a top 10 team in the league. Talk about a close call. They were the 10th best team in the NFL. 43 passing touchdowns for Lamar this season, and he added 3 more on the ground. Austin Dillon is the future, Lions fans. Now, can we do anything in the playoffs? Well, we got first rounded, so that's not good. What a crazy score in the Super Bowl. Big props to the Commanders on taking out the Bengals. Is Lamar going to be staying here on the West Coast in LA, or is he going to be packing his bags again? Nope, this time, actually, he's staying. And with another challenge successfully completed, he gets another spin here on the wheel of upgrades, and wow, his entire O-line is getting +5 pass blocking. That is a huge upgrade, especially with Lamar being a lot older now. Although it's late in his career, a lot of things are going Lamar's way right now. Now, let's see what the Wheel of Challenges is going to give him. Okay, he has to pass for 40 touchdowns, and I really think he's capable of doing that. By the skin of their teeth, the Rams are in the playoffs. By the skin of Lamar's teeth, he completes yet another challenge, and he had 3 more rushing touchdowns this year. Congratulations to Matt Williams on winning MVP. Now do something crazy in the playoffs again. They delivered us a Super Bowl against the Bengals. At one point, they were AFC North rivals, and now they are head-to-head in the Super Bowl. It's Lamar versus Burrow, and of course, we're going to be super simming till there's something cool we can watch. Joe Shiesty's doing his thing early, connecting with Kevin Bradley for a 24-yard touchdown. Although Lamar has a pretty bad track record with turnovers in the Super Bowl, he has fought in each and every one of them, and right here, stepping up, oh my goodness, what a find, what a score! There was no more action in the entire first half. Here we are halfway through the third quarter, and the Rams could have just taken the lead, and they faked the field goal. What are they doing? I said Lamar has to fight in these Super Bowls, and sometimes he has to fight against his own coach's play calling. I'm hoping that this is a real field goal this time around. Yes, it is. The Rams have a 10-7 lead. It has been a busy day for the Rams kicker, as he is now out to attempt a 53-yard field goal. The kick is up. That's a lot of leg, and he got it. 13-7 ball game. This is the play that decides the game. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Who wants it more? Joe Burrow in the shotgun. He fires, and it goes through the hands of the defender. That is a touchdown. The Bengals just walked it off. How did that even happen, man? Oh my gosh. My heart truly goes out to Lamar Jackson right now. I thought for sure that was going to be an interception and he was going to get his 2nd ring, and now he is on the move. Maybe this change of scenery is what he needs. Let's see where he ends up now, man. It's getting very late in his career. We don't know how many more teams he's going to play for, so this could possibly be the last team. He is now a Minnesota Viking. Although Lamar is on the decline, there are some solid players on this team. These players have the chance to get better, as well as Lamar has earned yet another spin on the Wheel of Upgrades, and this time his worst deep route running receiver gets 99 deep route running. Successfully completing challenges to earn upgrades is what Lamar needs to do to even have a chance continuing his career as he climbs in age, and this year's challenge is all on Lamar. He needs 500 rushing yards. The Vikings had a winning record, but not enough to make the playoffs. Only 22 passing touchdowns for Lamar this year, and he failed the rushing challenge. Is this the beginning of the end? The Colts' new quarterback, Chad Thomas, won MVP. We didn't make the playoffs, so they're mid. Bills versus Eagles for the Lombardi. Who you got? Oh my goodness, the Bills flooded them. Lamar showed that he could win games with this team regardless of his age, but he is getting up there, so these challenges are going to be a lot harder to complete. He is indeed staying here in Minnesota. My least favorite thing to do is spinning the wheel of downgrades. What downgrade is going to be happening here? The best pass blocker on the O-line is losing 20 pass blocking. This is so bad. Grandpa Lamar, we need you to complete whatever challenge the Wheel of Challenges presents with you this season, and oh my goodness, I'm not even going to lie, man. Scoring 50 total touchdowns, this is hard to do in your prime. To my surprise, Lamar led the Vikings to an NFC North title, and he bounced back tremendously through the air, but is still quite limited on the ground. Raiders QB Chad Gleason won MVP. We're back in the playoffs, and we got first round at 6. The Eagles popped the Jets and got themselves another Lombardi trophy. Lamar had a great year with Minnesota. It's just unfortunate that, well, he couldn't score 50 touchdowns, so he failed the challenge, but now he's on the move. I'm 100% positive whatever team Lamar goes to now is going to be the last team he plays for, and he's going back to the AFC North as a Cleveland Brown. It's so crazy to see 84 overall Lamar Jackson take over the offense of the only team he beat in the Super Bowl. I'm hoping that the Wheel of Downgrades isn't too harsh on Lamar. He needs all the help he can get still, and okay, the highest catching wide receiver is losing 10 to all of his catching stats, so Mike Shipp, I am very sorry. Can we just keep this year's challenge on a very basic level? Nothing too intense, please. And okay, finishing with 70% completion rating, I think Lamar can do that within this offense. Well, the Browns kind of stink. Lamar had over 5,000 yards but failed the challenge, and at this point, he isn't running much. Jake Nelson MVP chance all throughout Seattle. We stink, so we're not in the playoffs. Giants and Raiders, however, should be a classic Super Bowl, and it seemed to be a great game. Congratulations, Giants, on getting another ring. The Steyer trade wheel has been absolutely rogue for Lamar, so I don't know, man. Is he going to be a Brown still? Yes, he is. He is remaining in Cleveland. It physically hurts my soul that I have to spin the Wheel of Downgrades yet again. I am so sorry, Lamar, and now I'm even more sorry as the downgrade is your highest this passing stat is getting set to a 70, so I hope nobody pressures you, man. I have no idea how many more times I'm even gonna get to spin the wheel of challenges, so I'm hoping that this is an easy one. And oh my goodness, Lamar Jackson has to throw for 5,000 yards. You hate to see it. The Browns were the worst team in the league. Lamar Jackson barely missed the 5,000 yard mark, and as you can see, he's also barely running. Anthony Baker just won himself an MVP in LA. We missed the entirety of the playoffs. Titans versus Seahawks feels like the weirdest Super Bowl matchup ever, but the Titans did their thing and flooded them. And after a 20-year career, Lamar Jackson has finally decided to hang up the cleats. I'd consider Lamar to have the craziest career I've randomized so far, as he finished with 83,500 passing yards, 8,792 rushing yards. He threw for 646 touchdowns, reached a 99 overall. He won a Super Bowl. He had 2 MVPs, and now it's up to you guys to decide. Is he a Hall of Famer? Would you vote Lamar into the Hall of Fame? Let me know down below in the comments, and if you want to see more great content, click here.